Do you own a cargo trailer? Are you looking for a secure way to lock it up? We have our high security Lockbox, which is meant for shipping containers, but it also works on cargo trailers. For a list of the tools required, check the description below. Before I get into the installation, make sure you subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell to follow us along day by day as we modify containers and install accessories.
Hello, my name is Riley Bloodearth. I own RJB Contracting. I unfortunately got broken into over the weekend. Left work Saturday, showed up Monday, and a lot of my tools were gone. So this is the lock that we used for many years. Thought it was really secure with the small opening. Had it on there, and when they bent it sideways, they were able to get some bolt cutters in there and cut it down. Channing said he's got a lock system that should work a lot better for me, so I'm excited to see what's going to happen there.
So we haven't even held this up yet, so we'll see how she fits. It actually looks really good. There's a laser cut profile here that's meant to clear the rubber door seal on shipping containers. And because this has a bit of an estragal here to stop, people from getting a pry bar or crowbar in there, that lasered profile sits nicely. And then this lockbox, the left side of it is a bit deeper than the right, and this left door is a bit further in than the right. So that's gonna accommodate for that perfectly. It's actually sitting nice and flush against the right door and the left door here. With the lockbox itself, 2 sets of carriage bolts. Grade 5 carriage bolts comes with this. So there's either the 3-inch length or the 4.5-inch length. So depending on the thickness of your door, if you got an insulated cargo trailer, you might need the 4.5s, but I think for this one, we're only gonna need the 3-inch. We'll see when we get there. Then, yeah, you also got your washer plates that are included. These washer plates here, they double as your marking template. And so basically we need to mimic the shipping container rubber door. So there'll be washer plate, and then the small one. And so we'll just get into that right now and show you how that's done. So I think we're gonna want the 3-inch carriage bolts here. We'll just crack the doors and compare. I guess go this way. But yeah, definitely, that's plenty long. So the 4.5s would be way too long and almost, a hazard to hook your back on it when they're poking out from the inside. And I guess if you did have to use the 4.5s because the 3s were just slightly too short, you can always cut off the bolt afterwards. So to mark this out, because it's not on a shipping container and we don't have the center door seal, I just grabbed a second large back washer plate, and that's gonna simulate the rubber door seal on a shipping container. And I might just get Riley to help me hold this in place. So we'll keep it away from his logo. And so that's the first one. That's where we're gonna drill those holes. And what we'll do is we'll mark 1, 2, and we'll just do a little line where the bottom is. And then I want to, if you can hold that, I want to carry that line across as level as I can. And that's where the receiver plate's gonna be. And then to figure out how far you want it, we do a second washer plate. And so that right there is about where we want it. There you go. So if you measure the back of the lockbox and you see where those 2 holes are, and then where the receiver would end up, that's gonna be pretty much exactly where our 3D modeling wants it. Normally with containers, it's a hollow section. You have to drill through 2 surfaces, but with this being the plywood on the inside, we're just gonna drill straight through, not stop and remark on the backside. One thing we need to note is make sure that you're nice and level when you're drilling through so that you're not going wonky. Then your back washer plate will be misaligned. So Riley's just gonna go in one more time with a medium-sized bit, and then he'll finish off with a 31/64 drill bit, which is pretty much 1/2 inch. That's plenty large for these 7/16 carriage bolts. You could undersize just a little bit more, but it just gives us lots of room to play.
Okay, so these carriage bolts just slide in like that and then flip on a 90-degree angle. And make sure you use your hand to hold them from falling down. Then you take the other one, do the same thing, go the other way with it.
It's important to make sure that your carriage bolts are in the laser cut square slots on the lockbox side, because that's your wrench on that side of the lockbox. And then on this side here, you just use your large back washer plate, your grade 8 flat washers, and then your 7/16 Nylock nuts. When you're tightening these, you just want to make sure that you don't over tighten one and then the other one gets loose. So just make sure that they're both nice and tight. There's nothing wiggling. So this is in there rock solid now. So we'll move on to the receiver on the left door, and then this thing's ready to be locked up nice and safe. This lockbox is designed right around the 80mm shackle lock here. There's no extra room than what's absolutely required to get this lock to attach to the receiver. Thieves don't have room to get a pry bar in there. There's no room to get an angle grinder in there to cut the shackle or nothing. So make sure you get the 80, not the 60mm lock that goes with this Container Modification World lockbox. And so what Riley showed you earlier is that he feels they used bolt cutters or something. They've twisted the latch here and either angle grinder or bolt cut this lock. But you can see here, even when it was locked up, that was all exposed. This is locked up as well. And can you see the lock? Not really. A final thing, what may have deterred the thieves is his 24-hour warning security sticker. And so you put that on there, and people, they don't know what it's about. The lockbox is on there 24 hours a day, but they think potentially some alarm or something's going to go off. So they move on to the other guy on site's trailer instead of yours. So that right there is how you install a Container Modification World high security lockbox on a cargo trailer. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell. And as always, check us out at tcg.ca. Hope you learned something.